Hi, Tony here. I'm here to kind of discuss my interpretation of what I've attempted to learn in intentional peer support. Right now, I'm standing by a sailboat without its mast, so it's not going anywhere. But maybe you feel like it, or some other people feel like being a boat on a lake, and the lake's your journey, and it's um, hard to figure out the direction. So I want to kind of explain how I feel or how I think that uh, peer support could possibly be of assistance. So, but it just happens to be that my sailboat's name is Therapy, which is what a person could use or could need or whatever. But let's discuss that a little bit more. Hi, since I don't have 40 hours to go over the complete IPS journey, I'll try to do it in 5 minutes or less. What's inspired me about the intentional peer support is is reaching out to people. And if you go to a Bible verse, John 15:12, my command is this: love each other as I have loved you. So if we keep that in mind, peer support could possibly help us to make the connection to someone that's maybe struggling in their journey or something. So developing that connection with somebody is is important. Um, and loving isn't always helping or fixing a problem, uh, but maybe learning together with your peers. Um, and if two people can become develop a relationship, if you've got something in common with someone, or you could be their peer and discuss it and become easier for them to share the journey again, and you can maybe go from struggling in that to maybe having hope, which is always a great necessary place to go if you want to be improve. Um, so you make a connection, and then you go try to decide the worldview. I had a little worldview aha moment the other day. I found some letters that I wrote to my parents 50 years ago, over 50 years ago. And I go, okay, I grabbed them and took them home. And I was going to read them. And one of them wasn't in an envelope, so I read that. And all of a sudden, my worldview of myself changed. Uh, I was 18 years old at that time, and the letter I wrote to my parents from Navy and Station San Diego, I wasn't proud of. And it hurt me to think that I wrote my parents something bragging about, my partying till 4 in the morning or something. And so my worldview changed, as opposed to in my mind, thinking I was, veteran from the Navy and, did all this good. But I didn't. I wasn't that person. I'm not, hopefully not that person today. But that's what I mean. When we make contact with someone, we should take and consider what journey they've been on and where they're at today. And, helping them just by pointing them in a better direction and standing alongside them, discussing it with them, I think is probably what we need to do. And that would, you know, to help them be loved. Um, but I know a friend of mine, a young gal that was one of my youth group in the church years ago. Now she's a psychologist in Texas, I believe, or something. But I'm going to kind of end it with a quote from her, and then I think it's it's a good thing to tell us the direction we need to go. And her quote is, "Be the reason someone feels welcome, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported." That's all we got to do. Just be there for someone else. So I want to thank you, and God bless.